I think it is online now. 2 minutes late. I'm sorry. But we'll just see if things are okay. Voice. It's late.
Hello.
I'm sorry. But we'll just see if things are. There is no delay today. I kept. So the comments you can see in the live screen. Voice. Let me check out. So monitor off. Monitor and output. Okay. I hope the comments will also be visible on the right side screen. You can see if you comment that is visible on this area on the right side, you can see. Somebody can comment if it is audible. Let me check. Actually, you will be coming live to this place where you can see me. I just set up the screen to this place where. So this one, let me remove this. So speaker 2 properties. So you can join to the link in the description. That is, yeah, you can see. I think now it is already written in the description, and also on the screen you can see. Where is this? Nimble 2 speakers. Lower third. It is passed. Okay. Now it is okay. The second place is basically to keep the second speaker. I think it is shown mine. I'll just replace it. Speaker 2 properties. So this one, I think my voice is fine. You can join the link. Meanwhile, if it is waiting list shown, I will approve. So you can join. Meanwhile, I have some interesting things I will keep sharing if, by the time people are joining. So where is this second speaker? I wanted to keep it to here. Yes, so second speaker will come to the. Yes, hello, Kaji-san. This is okay. I think so. I think this is the first time I'm making it more dynamic and interactive. So just setting up small things left over. Yes, so now this I'll keep it on this side. So you will be able to see. Yes. So this I'll remove and this will come back. Okay. So it is ready. So let me. There's a screen. You can see the right side, the empty frame. That is for bringing speakers. If some of you wants to join the Zoom, you'll be shown here. And the comments also visible on the screen. You can read it. So that is, I think, good to go. Let's start with my suggestions or information. Meanwhile, some of you can join. It's basically for interactive session, so please feel free to interrupt. It is not. I didn't plan for complete seminar or something. Today is mostly I wanted to. I think help with the application process and all these guidelines and suggestions. You can. Okay. This is screen. You can see the right side. Yeah, I think it is visible. Let me get my. So the screenwriting. Okay, this is on screenwriting is kept here. This one. Judge. Someone entered. Hello. You can let me where it went. Yeah, you can connect your audio. The person, Mr. It shows Jed. I'll bring it to you on the screen. So just to bring back. Pin. Yes, so we got Mr. So others, I think what is the rights I kept? Unmuting option. Where is the, you can't unmute. You can try to unmute yourself and speak. Wait, Pradipta-san, you are able to unmute. Meanwhile, actually, you can comment in the YouTube chat that is also on the screen. So I'm checking continuously, and also we are able to talk one or two people at a time. Other people, if you are in waiting room, you can still watch the YouTube channel, and then I'll approve once we spoke to one person, so we can approve. So where is this? Is it better to apply for? Where is this comment is coming? Is it better to apply for it in the 12th grade or after board exams? Nojam, my son. This is interesting question. Let me see if just answer it. Pradipta-san or Jed-san, please, once you connect it, you can unmute and you can speak to me, and then I'll add to the screen if you are okay with that. You can keep the camera on or off. It's up to your convenience. So no problem. So Nojime-san, your question basically like the transcript is required for the what do you call for the submission of the documents. So people say it is good to apply after 12th, after the completion of course completely. The other side of observation is that even I have spoken other time, there are other options like not just the UG, there is STC program, there is another program, I think 3 programs. One is a short one is a bachelor's, another one is a diploma course. So you can keep trying even after 12th. First is 12th, after completion is better. And then in your bachelor's, you can try. And also you can try even in your second, third year of bachelor's. So that's how. So previously the recent call about Tokyo Tech, is it you only, Pradipta-san? You have asked. I think I got some observation. I am going to share it. If you are not you. I think who is that person? They texted me in Instagram also. I think that I got this observation. That is actually not university recommendation for October 2022. There was some difference. I find it's not exactly the same. Jetson connecting audio. You can actually rejoin if there is audio issue completely. I could see there is some issue. Okay. Pradipta-san, I couldn't hear you. If you wanted to speak something, you can interact. No issue. I'll keep you on the call. So, good morning, sir. How much minimum Japanese should I know so that possibility of getting the scholarship isn't hindered? So, can you Please let me know what is your. Are you talking about bachelor's admission or master's or PhD? Can you say a little bit more details? Can I can? I mean, it's difficult to comment. What are you talking about, bachelor's or master's? Where is this? If it is a master's or a PhD, okay, bachelor's. Okay, masters or PhD, like many of you know, the competition or the slots are different, so there is some better advantage. But for bachelor's, actually, I came across a couple of bachelor students from Europe and one from India. Another one, I think there I met 3-4 scholars recently. Mostly the MEXT scholarship comes with the Japanese language proficiency, so it is required for MEXT scholarship. But when you speak about the English based programs, very few are having English based bachelor's programs. So obviously you have to learn, that is in the beginning, the weightage will be there, but not explicitly, nowhere mentioned it is dependent. But there are many people who knows Japanese as well, so it's like you need to what do you call it? We need to showcase how much more competitive your profile is compared to other ones. So it is typical at the bachelor stage. So people usually try with the language proficiency, then apply for the scholarship. So I think I have answered for that. Next screening, it's good to have, but if you don't have, still you can try. That's what I was suggesting, and you can try even after 1 year also, the next year intake. And I hope this Jedson and Pradiptasan, I couldn't hear one of you. Anyone else, you can join in the call. If you have more questions, you can type in the chat box. I'll admit you and into the Zoom call, and we can interact. That is, and don't worry, your video, if you don't like to showcase, I'll put it a empty one, like a name will be there. So don't worry, it's up to you. Even name also I can skip, only voice will come. So it's up to you. I don't bother your privacy and all. It's we have to understand. I do accept that. So meanwhile, if there is no questions, I will start speaking about the life in Japan. The things, so many things I didn't know until I come here. A few things, not many things, because I have been here for a exchange program in 2019, that is pre-COVID. So it is very vibrant. If there is no COVID in Japan, it is very vibrant and very interesting. So one side it is good, but the other side, you have to know a few things, like Japan is also similar to other countries. So I had some couple of bitter experiences, but not so big. I still, it's like we have to be careful to get the things done. So there is another comment. As we know, there are 3 sections in the Japanese test: beginner, intermediate, and expert. In the MEXT screening, how much should I able to solve? So basically, the MEXT scholarship includes the training of language. So you, what is like, it's okay to have the basic or intermediate. Now need to have advanced, because they will train at least for 6 months to 1 year in the language school. And like have been, my mother tongue is different language, and when I studied to English, so it's not just about communicating, you're studying a technical subject. So the Japanese also, the students still in the PG level students also have the difficulty, the new terms, the technical terms, the languages, the terminology, it is equally challenging to remember and upgrade. So it is impossible in the beginning within short time. So in the due course, you will be learning. I think a basic or beginner, intermediate should be okay for the application level. Can you get into private college with MEXT embassy route? Private college, MEXT embassy route, I think it is based on the slots. Before giving to the MEXT, the universities will filter out how many slots they have. Like it's between the university and the MEXT. I think there are some private universities, people go with MEXT. I think so. I didn't clearly specifically discussed about this topic, but I think it is possible. So you can try. I may need to ask this one specifically. I didn't inquire before. So medicines. My field is medicine. I will apply this year undergraduate. Please give me some tips to get maximized chances. So okay. So medicine, basically, I have seen like the medicine here in Japan. It's completely the language dependent. Like what happened to this? Okay, it's an S. Okay, there is a this thing. Okay, I will keep it. Here's my second cam. Don't get confused. Just let me put one speaker only until there is second speaker coming in. I'll put one speaker. Where is this? Nimble Prerana and third, and this one. This one, you can join the call directly and speak to me. There is Tinker text. Okay, I think now it's fine. I just remove the bottom so that you can see that scrolling also, so that you can join live. Okay, let me answer back to the questions. Yeah, you can ask the question, or you can even talk to me, Pradipta-san. You're welcome. The chat box, Zoom. It's up to you. It's you can ask here or there. Anything is fine. Meanwhile, I'm answering the questions in the chat box in the live. So I was answering the medicine, right? So medicine, the language dependent. So better try to learn the language skill before it is like the terms even more. It is more difficult than engineering. I could say there is many terms you have to recall and remember. So I think people get to have difficulty, and so the applications procedures, they will consider it. So better you try to have the language skill and give some proper, what do you call, the story behind the motivation, and story should be like realistic. So maybe you can try yourself and put the documents in place, then you can approach us. I may give some more suggestions. So for now, I could say the basic thing only, the motivation is important, and what you wanted to achieve, try to be specific. Maybe it will change, people don't know in the beginning, but still try to be specific so they will consider better. That's a suggestion. Jarian Jansan and Najama-san, you're welcome. And Rajesh, can I go to Japanese university without scoring high marks less than 50%? It is almost competitive, Ratnesh-san. Actually, the bachelor's admission is very, very competitive. As you know, like the comments are hindered by the live icon. 1 second, I'll just put it. There is a comment section. Okay, I'll put it this side so it is not hindered. I hope it is okay. So basically, it's very competitive that to bachelors. So it's better to have skill before applying itself. What do you call the scores and also the skills of language? Both are competitive or interlinked. So it's like what do you say? It's like there are many applicants applying, so they won't take risk, especially it's a reputed scholarship. So they will take a chance for others unless your motivation letter or something is very, very specific or interesting, or then they may give a chance with low percentage also. But that is very, very slim chances. So you can try to decide upon considering all these things. So where is this chat box? 720, I'll keep it 500. So this one, transform. Okay, now this chat box looks better. within the visible range. So you can see on the screen the chat box. It could be this side. Okay, so that is one thing. What you are asking, Pradipta-san, you can ask me. I'm seeing the comments and replying.
So thank you, sir. So
Yeah.
I'm currently in class 11 standard,
Okay.
and I will be graduating on April 2023.
Okay.
But I want to apply for this year, mixed undergrad.
Uh, I think we
Should I
found there
apply
were,
this year, or I should apply on the next year, the next application for 2024?
that is a better chance in 2024. But this year, I think you're getting the transcripts and the applying date. There was some clash. Last year, we have tried to guide some scholars, the undergrad applicants. I think there was some clash. So you can try out this year also if the dates are okay for submission and getting your transcripts. Otherwise, try for next year. And I heard a bachelor student tried for 3 continuous years, even though in second year bachelor's, first year bachelor's also. So you can try. I definitely say you can try this year also. You can be more specific if you have any other. I mean, what actually are you worried? You can be more specific if you want.
Sir, in the guidelines of the mixed application undergrad,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is written that in principle applicants must be able to arrive in Japan between April 1st and April
Yes.
7th.
Yes.
But I am in West Bengal board.
Yes.
The examinations are conducted after April.
Yeah, this is a realistic problem actually. Sorry to say, last year also we had similar discussion with some of the applicants. It will be difficult then. We have to wait. And there is another option for Indian applicants. Like you can get a letter from the principal and then you can submit it in place of your transcript. So there is some option. You can check with the embassy Delhi. Sorry, the undergrads handled by local embassies. You can check with the local embassy directly. I think there is some exception, some possibility, but I couldn't remember how they sorted out last year. Similar situation, the other applicants, and I didn't remember. We need to check again, but you can try once again with the local embassy. Anything else, Pradipta-san? Okay, your mic is on. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let me go to the queries again. Meanwhile, if some other students, you can join the live link in the description, the Zoom live, and also you can join the ID. You see the ID in the screen also. So you can join and talk to me directly if there is a difficulty in the typing and getting the doubts. What about going to private university on my own money? Sorry. Eligible 65% high school eligible to apply. It is mentioned on the website. That is a filtering strategy, Mr. I think HP1C. I don't know your name. So it's a filtering strategy basically. 65%. That is true. So basically, it is a minimum required. Even up 65, they see many things. So it is not just one that factor that decides. It's a filtering strategy for the panel. And others, there is another doubt. What about going to private university on my own money? This one I was talking last week. I think if you remember the self-funded scholarship and studies in Japan, it is highly possible actually, especially for bachelors. You will be mostly studying with the Japanese language and you will have some language skill. So it is highly possible you study the language here and come as a private scholarship. Only the problem is the initial expenses and the tuition fees. Some support maybe from family or some your country government if something is giving a private scholarship. If you come, it is highly possible. But I have met people who are self-funded undergrad students from different countries, including Indian also. I think, yeah, sometimes you'll get scholarship even if you are self-funded. In between, there will be some schemes. You'll get some scholarships. But many times, part-time jobs, I think it's equally possible to survive. on the safe scale, because when you have classes only, you are going, when you have assignments only, you're going to university. Remaining time you can work somewhere and then get the things done and then study. So it is possible if you have money, if you can manage the initial things. And you can see, I think I'm planning to bring that one self-funded guy online maybe next time I'm speaking to him. He's having some schedules, so we'll see more details about self-funded. But survival is it's possible. You can have it with self-funded. Can you give me tips on what to include or what not to include in motivation letter? I think motivation letter, try to include a story like the technical or the social cause directly, like the technically the subject you wanted to, what do you call, you wanted to study, and you wanted to explore in Japan. So technically and social cause, how it will connect your country and Japan, and social cause, try to include, it will be good. Other than that, people do connect from their childhood, and then they will say that I have been so and so, and they include a lot of backgrounds context. Then they speak about the application, so that is also fine. So you can try about the things. VP1C, can you introduce your name and speak? I could see you in the Zoom, but I don't know the name, how to call VP1C ID. Okay. Meanwhile, can I apply for MEXT undergrad on the basis of 10th boards results 93%? Give me a second, sir. Okay, no problem. You can set. I'm just talking to the chat. No problem. So, can I apply for MEXT undergrad on the basis of class 10th board results? Actually, they want both, and the number of years for the high school and secondary high school, that is +1 +2 board, both they consider. It is good to have 90 plus in 10th board also, but still intermediate board also required. I think last time I tried to reach to the embassy of Chennai on behalf of you people, applicants basically, to explain and to let you know. So I tried to speak to them. They said I think it is mandatory, and that time only I came to know there is some option to submit it later, and for those who graduate later to get the certificates later, the board exam certificates. But still, it's up to our priorities how we plan. So filter out, and then you can see the other one. What is approximate monthly expense in self-funded? Self-funded monthly expenses, basically it comes like a verticals. When you divide like the living cost and the survival cost, that is one vertical, and there is a tuition fee on the top. There is a examination the examination fee in the beginning only, and semester fees is there, and the annual fee. Like in India also, like if you see, the donations will be there and the tuition will be there. So that is like that. So it's I think I have partially explained in the previous video when I speak about self-funding alone completely. You can refer to that video, and then let me see. Next time I may share some more details. Basically, it will cost around.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, 1 second. I'll just. Yeah, what is your name? Can you say? I couldn't get your name.
You can call that Epic EP1C.
EP1C, Mr. EP1C.
Okay.
No problem. You can say.
Sir, as I was saying, sir, I started learning Japanese this month.
Okay.
2 months ago, and I've been worried like how much Japanese should I know, because I've seen the previous year MEXT papers, and it's really worrying me.
Yeah, that is true. Like how far you can go now? Like the language N3 or N4, or what was your scope that you can clear in this time?
Sir, I think I can go up to midway between N4 and N3.
N4 and N3. I think that's not so bad. N4 and 3, like that's how people start, and after 1 year you are able to go to N2 easily. The bachelor students, they'll be giving you 1 year intensive course. I think.
So should that suffice for my MEXT screening test?
Uh, for the screening, it should be fine. If you get a chance to interact with the people, you try to clearly say that you are preparing further to increase to and further learnings, and
Okay.
then you keep all, even if there is some. I think in the motivation somewhere you can even include that, saying that I'm so far I'm on this level and I'm still aspiring to complete this one at the earliest possible. Like that you include, so they will know that you are not just preparing for the admission, you're really interested in the language and culture. So somewhere
Okay, sir.
include and then apply, that is good too.
Okay, understood, understood.
Yeah, you're welcome, thank you. So monthly expenses is something that I'm talking, right? This question. Okay. So the monthly expenses in islands like Hokkaido and Okinawa, that will be different. It will be moderately low. But when you go for the expenses in Tokyo or Osaka, the expenses is high, but the opportunities also is high. Like in Tokyo and Osaka region, you'll have a lot of uh, part-time opportunities, like occasionally extra part-times and all, and the pay will be different. So that is, it's like a trade-off on the opportunities as well as the expenses. But in the island, the people are less and the opportunities are less. The expense is also less. So you can choose the university before you are applying for self-funded. Mr. Ramesh, Ratnesh son, that's a suggestion. So Pradipta Paria is TOEFL necessary as it is very expensive. TOEFL for undergrads only for, I think the English based undergrad programs are not everywhere available. Very few institutes are having, I remember. So in that case, you can ignore. But some universities like Tokyo Tech and Osaka, I think they will emphasize to have it. So it is on your priority. Which one are you choosing? The university or the school? So any other doubts? So yeah, if there is no doubt, I'll keep saying my suggestions or observations. Meanwhile, so there is this occasion like I literally believed before coming here, Japanese means they are very perfect and they are very special everywhere. That is true. They are perfect. The system is very good, but I surprised when I got an issue with my one of the equipment in my house. They thought it is supposed to be fixed beforehand, but the problem is, even it is perfect system, we have to be alert. We have to take care what is wrong, and we have to ask them to do it. So this is a bit bitter story. There is a one more. I'll share it meanwhile. Let me see. There were some more questions. Uh, Actually, I thought Japanese system means they will fix it before I go to the house. So, but it didn't happen. I have to end up paying some extra money for that. So that's one bitter experience. I don't say it's a bad completely just with the one incident. I have many good experiences, but this reminds me to be alert and to be normal. Don't get what do you call confused when things are in bad. So can you give a rough procedure for getting into private university self-funded with low marks, less than 50%? Ratneshtan, I think it is similar to the universities in India or other countries, like self-funded and low rank, low score and admission. I think basically we may need to end up paying a little more. The like in India we have that money in the what do you call donations, but Japan I didn't have this topic of donations. That is one, and other thing I think try to approach to the universities once. We are also trying to get in touch with the university admission. So maybe I'll also share some more clear inputs on this later on. But you can try out. That is one suggestion. And other things I couldn't recall at this moment. Maybe I'll get back to you later if I come across some interesting observations. In which language should we have to study in Japan for undergraduate? English or Japanese for MEXT? Mostly it is Japanese. As I said just before, it is only few universities are giving English-based undergrad studies. So I think it is highly challenging if you expect English, but very few I could say. Japanese is dominant almost all the universities. Can you suggest me great university in Japan for research in physics? Actually, this is an interesting question. Physics or any subject, like when I go, I mean, mechanical and plasma science, it's a research oriented in my research now. So basically, when you see any subject or any field, they distributed according across the state. What do you call the islands or the nation? So south to north. So there are at least few institutes, not just one place, one institute. At least few institutes. Physics, I could say this Okinawa. I found there is one student they are studying at the university is based. I think they're focusing mostly on the physics background, the studies. Most of the research topics are the studies that you can remember. Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology, OIST. That let me write OIST. Yeah, I think it is replying back to you. And there are some more. I think the science institutions, like it will be. I couldn't recall the names. Maybe you can explore the physics background, science based universities, and most of the big universities like Tokyo Tech, Osaka. Yeah, Tokyo University, that is another one. Tokyo University and Tokyo Tech. Tokyo University basically focuses on fundamental research. So you can even check the Tokyo University also, and the Kyoto University and Osaka and Tokyo, Osaka, Tokyo Tech, Kyoto. On this side, Tohoku, and there are a few more. I think I can explore this institute. But OIST and Tokyo University of Tokyo, they are fundamentally focused on sciences, studies related to sciences. So basic sciences, physics, chemistry, and biology. Can Deepesh Joshi-san, that is EP1C-san, my contact details. I have tried to contact you on Instagram. If you have tried to contact me, I have replied or I have seen and not replied because the questions may not be specific. So I would have given, I would have ignored for the moment because we are literally getting very less time these days. So I sometimes ignore answering the questions. So maybe you can try to reach me back in Instagram. And contact details, actually I spoke to many applicants. Where is it available? My numbers and WhatsApp number also, I think I shared before. Maybe you text me in Instagram. I'll reply back with my WhatsApp number if there is something you're really like. We also see like sometimes the applicant or the aspirant. Aspirants, they need some, what do you call, they need more guide, more time to prepare the documents. I give some more time. We don't speak in the beginning because if you speak also, the outcome may be lesser. That's why it's not something we want to avoid, but we want to avoid on the reasons that you may need to work more. That's it. But you can reach me up in Instagram. I'll share my contact, no issue. But try to do some work and then come to us so that you'll find something valuable instead of just communication. So that is another suggestion. You can ping me up in Instagram once again, no problem. And now my Instagram is connected to my personal profile also. I think I have given my personal ID also. You can see that is also there. And Ade Magiku san, how much money we need to take from India at starting? Are you talking about masters or bachelors? Can you specify? Are they Mr. or Miss? I couldn't specify. Why do Japanese girls do a lot of makeup? This is a, I don't know, it is right or wrong question. It is showing me whether to show or not to show for public. So it is basically their culture, brother. Or if it is a boy, it's a my, or if it is a girl, it's a sister. They are basically their culture is like that. They got habituated for this. What do you call? They take care of everything nicely. Like they have a lot of cosmetic spot and everything. So they do that. I could see like that. So I don't have any odd opinion or suggestions or comments about that. I feel it is good. They are keeping, they're maintaining very well. So nothing specific. I think I'll show this comment. Yeah, let me show for public. This is a common question. You can see now I just given Okay. Others and it's for masters. Actually, money in the beginning, I think recently we calculated it is coming. The why do Japanese girls spend while you're okay, 1 second. So the money actually in the beginning, the admission fee, first semester we have to pay because tuition waiver in the first semester itself it's a little bit challenging to get. So first semester, but still you will get two options. At least two times you can pay. I think few lakhs. You need to check the numbers. So I couldn't remember. So I think it is per semester or per year. It's 5 to 8 lakhs in the beginning, Indian currency, and then uh, every semester you can get to pay twice. So if you want to see on a scene, I mean, I'll see it. 1 second. My Instagram. Yeah, I will reply you back. No problem. Have a good day. Thank you for coming online. Yeah. So about few lakhs, 5 to 8 lakhs we counted total. It is similar to other countries. Japanese living expenses per masters. It is almost similar to other countries, about 20 lakhs to 25 lakhs. But there will be the tuition waiver for bigger institutions, so it may come down more. So that is roughly. I have known friends who completed masters with self-funded with very minimum expenses, and they got a lot of part-time jobs, and they got what do you call some more additional fundings. They completed the course. Now they're doing PhD. So that is about self-funded completely. And even PhD scholars, I told there is a guy who completed completely self-funded PhD also. You can imagine. So there is possible. Do you have a Japanese girlfriend while you are in Japan? My brother, it is actually the cultural difference. So I have friends, girlfriends. I could say no. For them, girlfriends is almost like a committed. So our culture is not practicing like that. So I have friends. How can I get application form for 2023 undergrad bachelor's degree? I think you can check the last year forms. I think I shared it, the video, but the link I'm not sure. The format you can see, that it will be similar format. The questions, the major questions. When I went through the forms for especially for the applicant purpose, I found only few questions or 3, 4 are really required time to write. That is the motivation and what you expect. Something 2 questions or 3 questions. Remaining is about your profile. So it is nothing to worry. Only these 2, 3 questions. For that, you can see our video in our channel about undergrad, STC and CT and UZ. Both 3 programs I have explained. So you can refer to that for now. I think the international, what do you call, the applicant notification also may come soon. That is another thing. And can I pursue a degree in BTech? Guys who are in live, if you want to speak apart from the YouTube live chat, you can even join the link in the description, or even the ID is shown in the display. So you can join in the Zoom, no problem. You can speak to me directly. That is no problem. So can I pursue a degree in BTech from MEXT? That is possible. I think you are not aware of the scholarship details completely. So better explore our contents. It is shared. It is possible. You can do the degree in BTech. That is bachelor's degree. Even we have MEXT scholarship. We need to pay money per semester if we got MEXT, and how much money is needed for masters at the beginning. If you get MEXT, actually you are entitled for the tuition waiver before coming to Japan, even for masters and PhD. So we don't pay in the beginning, but living cost first 2 months they will say that you get the money for survival. That is, I got around, because of COVID time I had traveled, so I got about 2 lakhs or 1 to 2 lakhs. All of my friends, normally you may need to bring at least 1 lakh Indian currency, or about 80,000 to 1 lakh Indian currency. Normal days. In the COVID time, it may be 1.5 to 2 lakhs because of the additional expenses come, and you may end up buying new things and all to keep you safe. So that is very bare minimum, I could say, if you get the MEXT scholarship. I think I have answered this one. This one. And next one, how much job percentage do I need in 12th to get MEXT scholarship? So the people I spoke, especially the Indians who came to Japan with the MEXT scholarship, they're almost 90 plus percentile, most of the students. And they said to me, one other student we have interviewed in our channel, and even I spoke to them personally. They said like it is, what is that? It is higher is a better. Mostly they'll say like that. This one and this remove pin. Okay. So guys, you can join the live if you want. I'm just giving a reminder because first day I'm doing like this. I think it is more useful than some text require really some text really require time and for discussion, not just a text box. What happened to this one? Where is speaker 2? Okay, I don't know why it is showing like this. Speaker 2. Oh, okay, the cropping factor. Okay, this is because of the cropping factor. Yeah, now it is full on the frame. So that is both my cameras for showing, just for talking. You can come on the second screen if you join the live. So what is this one? Okay, and anyone here in Jharkhand? Anyone here from Jharkhand? These questions basically, you are here or you are here. It's basically to keep our motivation active. I could understand, but it's up to you if you find some friends. And after few interactions, I found they're finding difficulty because at the end of the day, both of you have to clear the MEXT. Otherwise, you'll end up having no time to interact also. So it's up to you if you find some friends, or you can I think there are many groups you can join, so you'll understand. Sometimes it's good to have a person to discuss in your batchmates. What are the necessary certificate for applying MEXT scholarship? Oh, now the questions won't be shown in this screen, right? Q&A. Okay, I'll change to this screen. So here you can see the Q&A on this display. Yeah. So what are the necessary certificate for applying for MEXT scholarship? For masters and PhD, it is basically your graduation proof. To my understanding, it's a graduation proof. And for bachelors, I think additionally you'll be requiring the proficiency certificate also. It's mandatory. And additionally, the recommendation letters from your professor in the previous studies. I think our documents we have explained. You can check that for more details. This screen chart window, how can I put it? Let me see if I can bring it here also on the screen. Okay, I'll put here also on the screen so you can see when I switch to the frames, it is visible. Chat box, YouTube chat box on my face, it comes here. Okay, this looks to be better. So the next question, what are the necessary certificate for applying MEXT scholarship? Did you go alone in Japan the first time? Actually, I am from IIT, a master's, so we had a provision to visit here during my exchange fellowship. But before that, we came for a conference. That is, I think I have been here more than 2 times. It's in 3 times now. So the first time I came with my seniors, and the second time I came with other scholars, and third time I came alone. I think this recent time. It's not difficult for traveling. Don't worry about that. The things are the policies and the safety aspects are really good and interesting. So I could say it is in a good standards. Right home. Okay. And the other one. Can do a video with MEXT undergrad scholar? Actually, you can I did one-to-one guidance. You can do video chat. I don't have any issue. Pradipta san. I think Zoom. I didn't have any restrictions. Now also you can come live on. If you want to show your face on the screen, that's why I didn't turn. If you are okay, you can enable your cam. You'll be live. So there is. I don't have any restriction or discrimination. I didn't have that. So how much money is required while arriving in Japan, considering that I already got the scholarship? Actually, this is I just answered Himanshu san. Basically, it is a few thousands, like 50 to 1 lakh, 50,000 to 1 lakh. If you get normal days during COVID time, it is good to have. It is good to have more than 1 lakh 50,000, about 2 lakhs. So the expenses may be different. So you can keep up to 1 to 2. I could suggest. I brought about more 2 lakhs. Even my friends got about 1.5 to 2 lakhs due to we traveled in MEXT and during COVID restrictions. The kind of discrimination. Do you experience any kind of discrimination in Japan being foreigner? Basically, the system doesn't have any discrimination. Arun san, you're hello.
Yeah.
You want to, 1 second? I'll put you on the screen. If you want to switch on the video, it's up to you. I'm not having any compulsion. It's up to you.
I'm not in a good place right now. So.
No problem. You can speak. Voice is fine. So where is this? Yeah, you can ask what you wanted to ask.
I want to do masters from I have an electrical engineering degree.
Okay.
So I know about masters in December 2021.
Okay. You are from which part in India? Like which state or university? Your bachelor's. Sorry. Where did you study your bachelor's?
On a private college, normal private college.
No, private colleges also there is some good tie-ups and reputation. So just to give you some clear suggestion, that's why I'm asking. So it's not that all privates are not bad. Nowadays, okay. The reputation is increasing. Don't worry. So if you are okay, you can share the name. Otherwise, no problem.
Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology, affiliated to JNT UK.
Okay. Basically, you can take the JNT name in the discussion. That will help you to have good discussion with the interview if you get a chance. So for masters, I think you can apply. Even I have seen like many people are in the normal colleges also. They have come here for masters and they completed and they got job. I have met people. So what was your aggregate now?
7.3.
7.3. So electrical engineering.
Yeah.
I think there are good, interesting research going on in Japan. They're trying to bring it to 5G technologies and the VLSA. They're trying to increase the production and all. I think you can include all this general perspective in research proposal in the beginning, saying that how the Japanese is progressing, what is your interest. It's aligning. So then you bring your profile, where you studied and all these things. Then you propose to your research theme, what problem you wanted to work on. For that, read some of the some of the papers. I think first thing, the recent video also I referred. First thing you try for university recommended, so that you will get to know the professor's research areas before applying itself. That will be useful for even embassy recommendation also.
Okay.
So try to explore some faculty profiles and see what they are doing. If you are finding interesting, how can you make a story for them saying that you are relevant for these studies and you wanted to do. I think that way you can sort out. Then you can go further for documentation and applications. But the continuous effort is the key. I have seen many people are getting. The only common thing I could see, they have been trying and they have got things in place.
I'm confused with the research proposal. I don't know any knowledge about that.
Research proposal, I think we have shared nicely the observations in the last year. You can see our channel. There was a document I have explained one-to-one the questions, and even the suggestions will change when I really sit with the research plan document explanation for scholars. There is a good observations I have included. So see the video. Maybe this year during the application time also I will try to explain once again the research document, how to prepare. So I think it's basically even I have guided to a couple of scholars individually. When they bring to me the old format, I give corrections, you change it, and you can again come back to me for maybe sometimes I may ask video call to share the screen. Sometimes it's okay to ask orally. So you can prepare and then bring it to us if you are still confused. So it is okay. You have any other doubt, Arun san? Hello? Hello?
Chance to get MEXT in 2022, or we have to wait for 2023?
2022, actually only one person recently asked in the live. They have shared that Tokyo Tech deadlines are there. But when I see in actually I have verified after his question, it is not really possible this year. Deadlines are over for scholarship. That is only self-funded. I think that is they are showing the deadline this month and next month for October intake. But if you are okay to have some initial funding and self-funding, it is possible still. The deadlines are this month, next month, up to April for this October.
No. I can't afford self-funding, so I want to wait for MEXT.
Then do one thing. Keep trying. Keep exploring this documentation and profiles of the faculty. Try to contact them even now. Even next month. This month is also okay. You try to make the documents and approach the professors. And by the time the deadlines will come in now, so you can able to apply normally.
And that's also I have a doubt about approaching a professor. We have to mail them.
Yeah, you have to mail
which format?
You can write send in a PDF format. Word file. It's sometimes the display won't be good for them. So you send the Word PDF files, your certificates and your applications, everything.
Okay.
I think that also, I think, please watch the video in our channel. That also there is some good suggestions about contacting professors. So try to watch. It may give you some better understanding instead of doing, instead of having better experiences. So you may get good response. So try to spend some time and watch the video also. Yeah, you're asking something else?
No.
That's okay. No problem. You can continue watching. Others' doubts may be helpful, or else you can leave. It's up to you. I don't have any suggestion or comment about that. It's your convenience. Okay. So thank you. Have a good day. All the best, Mr. Arun.
Thank you.
The other doubts where I am now. This is I have you experienced any sort of discrimination? No, as a nation, they never had any such things. Don't worry. But at interactions at scholars, sometimes you may find some difficulty because of the cultural differences. It's not about discrimination, but you may feel like a discrimination. That is cultural difference, basically, not the actual thing. And IITian genius. Oh, my brother. It's actually I am IITian. I acknowledge for the way they work, but I am also from normal college, and I know I have seen both the sides, the difficulty part and the good part. So I have no comment. And the IITians never. They actually make you down to earth when you really see IIT properly. So when you interact with the IITians with a good time, I don't find any difference. They are also a good. As a person, they are very good in the interaction. So I have no comment negative way.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
So as I will be graduating on 2023.
Okay.
And if I get selected for this year MEXT scholarship undergrad.
Okay.
Do I need to return from Japan to India to give the boards exam, 12 boards exam?
Basically, I think you will be traveling only after completing and giving the things. I think they will either give you some exception and join the late in Japan, or else they may consider you with the exception, something like that. Mostly that coming and going back and giving exams, I think it is no. It is not that. It is not possible. I think they won't consider this way. I think.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good luck. Do I need to 12th graduation certificate to apply for bachelor's degree? I think it is, yes, it is required. I think I told you just before some time. Uh, it is required. One observation on bachelor's applicants. Please don't take it to me wrong, but this is what I have seen. Many applicants, not all, many applicants. So basically, we hurry for things to be done and that information and all, but the actual efforts when they spend, that is less. That's where all these doubts and things will be, it will be there in mind once you understand clearly. But the competition is also high. I can't say this in this way, because you have to try harder than the master scholars to get the slots. That's some observation. So you can put more efforts for bachelor's applicants, the content and understanding. I'm not just from our videos alone, even the websites. Please try to understand better. It will help you in the application process. That's a suggestion. So, okay. Where is this one? This one admin. Okay, so this, can I write my own letter of recommendation and ask my high school principal to sign it? And by when should I prepare by LOR? I think this is during the documentation time, during April, May, June. Not now. I have seen the website. They didn't update anything for this year. That is one thing. And what else? This one. Okay. Documents and other LORs. That is the same time. Hokkaido University provides masters in pharmaceutical sciences. Mr. Sandy or Miss Sandy, I'm sorry, the name I couldn't justify. Sandy-san, basically, Hokkaido University, the sciences part, especially the biomedical and the environmental sciences, they are really good. There is a good research going on. I have met some faculty in that, especially some Indian faculty also I met. The research and the projects are very vast, are good. You can definitely consider. And I would say try out. You will find it better here. I don't know other institutes in this domain, but here in Hokkaido University, even my friends, when I speak to other countries people, they applied here pharmaceutical sciences and biomedical schools, and they have masters and PhD. It's like a biomedical engineering course in India, similar to that. In India also nowadays we have these biomedical courses in IITs like IIT Madras and Delhi, Bombay, the older universities. They have the infrastructure. So I would definitely say, please try out. You'll find it very interesting. Pharmaceutical sciences at Hokkaido University. I think they have different this SDZ fellowships also. Nowadays they're getting. Try to reach out to the professor. I think you will find it. I think you may have better opportunity or such advice, I could say. And why do some people don't get past document screening? Actually, it is not one. It's not one way of looking at this one, Mr. EP1C-san. They have some, I don't know, like each time when we discuss about for the videos purpose, I discuss for the content validation, I don't directly bring. So when I discuss also, I find it surprising. Sometimes it is short and sometimes it is longer, and sometimes it's difficult to judge how they are justifying or how they are considering. So I don't know how to answer this. Why means there are many reasons I could say. Sanderson does the provide course in English? I think yes. I have seen some other countries people they are studying masters in pharmaceutical science in English. And this professor, I think he told me if somebody wanted to have masters interested, they are interested, we can try. I forgot his name. I think he is into food science and something related with biomedical only. I'll see his research paper. Maybe I'll put up somewhere in the Facebook group. Yeah, please join our Facebook group. I mean, every time the contents I'm referring to, it is going everywhere. So I put one group in the description. You can find the Facebook group. I think there everybody can see the contents what I'm sharing. So I just put there. Maybe I'll put the professor details there. I think he told me recently also he's an Indian professor. He's very young and is fast growing. Young means they have more pressure to grow. So that's what I mean to say. So it's from Bangalore, one professor, and another professor from Kerala is there. He's in electrical science, and there are good number of Indian professors also in Hokkaido University. So it's been 1 hour, guys. That's I committed to say. If there is more people to interact, I could help you out. Or else, I think the other topics today I didn't cover more. Maybe I'll try to come online. I'll schedule some more times so we can ask. I'll also share some things. So there is other doubts. If I present all the required documents properly, is there a possibility I'll be rejected in document screening? Document screening and rejection, it is rarely a combination basically. So document screening is no. I think at this phase only the bigger mistakes they consider. The other things usually they will be fine. I think it is okay. You can try. It's not the way. You try your best, put the documents properly. That should be fine. Sunday Sun, yeah, it's good to you're joined in WhatsApp group, so you can keep posting there. If I'm not replying, means still we are watching the messages. If there is something misleading, we are reminding others. If there is something odd, so it's okay. You can we will also respond occasionally when there is something intervention is required. But you can there is admin account. My Japanese number is there, so you can even press to me that if you have any some specific context or doubt, something that is you are welcome to contact. I think the streaming is smooth. The 30% CPU is okay. Yesterday there was a webinar from Embassy of Japan. There they shared they recommend 12 applicants, but only 9 got selected for UG MEXT. That is actually similar to the master's slots or PhD slots in Japan. If you see like what do you call the slots is actual slots from the expected slots will be different. So they will recommend this many scholars wanted for this year, but based on the budget, the what do you call the big shot? I could say the big shot. I'd say so. The big shot of the MEXT, that is the common MEXT Tokyo. They will filter out and they'll give the slots as per the budget of the education in the country. So sometimes even master there is a I think I have seen recently there was a story about they cut down the slots even in other universities during university recommended slots also. So that is normal. So don't we can't do anything about that. You can try, but the competition for UG is really high. That is you have to consider and see the private funded for UG something like the Kuas University in Kyoto. That is a private fund, but they're trying to grow and they have given some slots with self-funded. Likewise, you can explore the other options also. So yesterday there was a webinar about Japan. Actually, about this webinar, I have another comment. Actually, there is a. I am also following this webinar sometimes to keep the information proper. I don't want to mislead the scholars because I have come across same route. So some of the webinars they will be speaking so systematically, and you may not able to understand. That's why we are breaking some more things here in our discussions. And the webinars, the informations. It is true, keep it as a reference, but sometimes there will be some flexibility that you will not understand there. That's what we are suggesting other things here, whatever we can see, like the other ways and all. So that is one thing. So any other doubts, friends? Okay. So I think this streaming was fine. I hope it is smoother so I can repeat it occasionally. This is the first day I'm doing it so that I can understand what is a challenge in my PC or settings, so that next time it will be smoother. You can come online and interact, and it is good for others also. Where is the status of the profile? How much it is taking? Yeah, I think it is not bad. The streaming is going well, so maybe I can repeat occasionally. Send receive data, send data. Yeah, it is okay. It is stable. So that's a good thing. What would you do to make your application unique and increase the chances of your receiving the scholarship if you are applying for UG MEXT? Actually, this I can't answer from my experience, but from the experience of interaction with the scholars, they told the same thing, and we can see the system in a different way. Like we see something, what is happening in the country and what they are responding. That way, if we see, it's basically the connection with the current SDGs, the global developments and the globalization related, and your country and the Japan. If you can bring something like this, that will have some better impact, and your credentials at your university. Sometimes they consider as a if you are from normal universities, try to tell them how much special your university. Like they may not know because they are working on wide varieties of groups. So you have a chance to explain them what is actually happening. So that. Wait, tap into this. Just a minute. I just. Okay. Just take this short. 3. Yeah. So, can you share the email ID of your friends from pharmaceutical sciences? Sandy-san, actually, it is in-person interactions, and even we sometimes ignore to have the contacts. But I'll meet them. Okay, I'll try to get the contact this time. I didn't have any requirements, so I didn't thought of asking. But now, with your request, I think I'll ask when we meet again. And the sensei details also, I'll get some more details now when we interact. So this one, 1, 2, 3. I'll just put this one here. No, this is, where is this? Okay. So other doubts? Thank you for today's live session. You are welcome, Pradipta-san, and I'm happy to help these upcoming scholars. So no problem. And sorry, I was just taking this. Tap into this one. It's not good. So okay, this is fine. So please watch these videos, which are in the description and also the channel playlist. There are some good information, and the good part for audience who are here now, there is some interesting information. We are getting live about the life in Japan. Also, there is people who actually work. I'm trying to help you to come to Japan, and recently I got opportunity to work with the people who actually support life in Japan here, how to survive as a foreigners, and the questions you're asking, especially the life and survival things. They're nicely helping the international scholars. They are also scholars, but they started a company and they're helping. So I think I'll bring him online sometime. You can ask about life in Japan as a scholar or as an international student. He is more than 10 years living in Japan, so he has a good experience across many things. And there are other scholars. I'm trying to speak to them, and maybe I'll bring online. So the opinions and suggestions, I'm not saying mine is the best. So I would say there is always a chance in a difference in opinions when we meet people. So I could say that is normal. That's why I wanted to bring them, so you can also have different perspective. I can also ask some questions on behalf of you all. So keep in touch, and you can. I'll update once the schedule is fixed for that live sessions. maybe we'll put something like this, so you can also interact and you can talk to them directly in the Zoom, or you can see the comments in the live. So any other comments or doubts you can ask? Otherwise, we'll end this session today. I think yesterday also we went for a kind of cold mountain. I think I shared in the Nimble Prerana Facebook page. You can see there is some photo, good photo, like Himalayan mountain, and we got there on the way. This is okay. Thank you, everyone. Son. I think mixing other topics here to this today is not great, but the title says "Study in Japan After Pandemic and Beyond." This I would just try to speak a bit and then end the session. So after pandemic, what I said in the previous lesson, the SDGs and the sustainable goals and globalization, this is actively been the topic to many of the people in Japan and the administration. So I would highly recommend there will be chances of new scholarship, new themes and new projects. So you'll get more slots. Like in Hokkaido, there are many projects going on. They got different fellowship schemes. Likewise, other universities also for masters and PhD, it will be there. For bachelors, I'm not sure how they are tackling the issues, but they're trying to consider and compete the global education here with the other countries and the global developments. So that is highly going across the period. Mr. Abhijit. Okay. There is, sir, should we need to mention the benefits of our research for Japan and India? If he needs to, is it okay to mention it directly? It's good to mention both because they basically consider what you write on the paper. So it's good to consider both and write somehow, maybe in the minor scale. Abhijit san, you have something to discuss, or you can unmute and speak. And thank you for joining live. You're welcome to ask anything. Sandy, this is Adesan out of 17 applications in embassy recommendation in research, but there 100. What are the main reasons of rejection? What's the main documents to concentrate more to get MEXT? Adesan, basic situation is I'm having trouble with the video. I'll just type in here. You can type Vijit san. I'm reading it. You can type, no issue. So actually the simple key is that the slots are limited. They can't increase the slots at a time in 1 year, and they have to sustain for many years, right? So that is a limited. They have to filter out. So let's say the filtering strategy is there. So maybe there may be applicants they really like that they want to encourage, but because this limitation is there, they have to filter out. It is like they have to do the job. So I think I don't see any we have been already included many things, but this embassy route I have told in the last video, the person who is here for more than 9 years through university route and other embassy route, they are commenting this is difficult and challenging. That means I also said university track is better than MEXT track. The slots are different. It's across the across the country. So try for embassy route, and then if you couldn't get, go for a university route. So both you considered equally. So competition is always there, and it's a repeated education institutions across that we are coming for other country. So obviously the competition we have to clear it. So make it steps small. I think it will help in reaching the target if you are consistent and serious. So that's a suggestion from my observation. So Abhijit san, you didn't type anything. You typed, okay. So I have completed my graduation and I'm trying for master this year. I'm not selected. Then I can go for another chance again, right? Abhijit san, in short, yes, there is no restriction of trying. What do you call? Again and again. So you can try. And there is nothing like if you try less time, you'll have less option. If you do try more time, you'll have more option. It's nothing like that. So you can try for other routes also. What I used to say, like until the final round, you keep trying. so that what do you call, you may end up having a better option. So you can try. There is no issue. Some people tried more than few years, literally. And yeah, this guy, one more person I come across yesterday, I spend some time with him. He also said he has some difficulty in coming in the early, and then he keep trying until he get. I think he got after some couple of years, I think. So you can try again. Sorry. This is very cold, guys, in this Sapporo. This, sorry, wait. It's like a freezing. What do you call? The first time I'm in the cold weather in Japan, that is minus degrees. Now it is going to positive. For university recommendation, I got a reply from my professor. He explained to me that the study system is different and I have to give exam before reaching out for the professors. I think this comment I read, I think we might commented in the video, sorry, in the WhatsApp group, somewhere I read this comment. I think you only written. Okay. This comment basically for embassy, you don't contact to the professors. Don't even if you contact, don't say that you're applying through MEXT and you're trying to come to Japan. Don't include that. So try to contact the professor saying that you're aspiring to come. I'm planning to apply the appropriate route. Some universities don't directly recommend to contact directly, like Kyoto University. I think they will tell anyway. They don't take it wrong. That response, the professor response, take it in a formal way only. And try to reach him or ask to the office, like if you want to know more information, they will help you out. So there is nothing like we judge based on that. So I don't say that. But don't try to contact by saying that MEXT embassy route before you get selected. And keep it normal. When you contact in odd times, let's say you're trying for university route and you're applying to the professor in January or February, don't include anything. Just say that you are trying to go for this particular studies and this upcoming years, and I have been going through your profile, so I want to have a discussion with you, and what do you comment, like that. You put a general way. Maybe they'll remember or they may come back. Then again, once they reply, you can interact, or else you can ask them during the session of the recruitment, the application period. So that's all I could suggest, Abhijit San. I think you understood. So there are some more people registered for the live, but I didn't inform them this time. Maybe I could see next time. This is I wanted to see the technical glitches or difficulties also, so I didn't read. So basically, I just tell them my plan and discuss my research idea. I could say yes, try to reach out if it is matching with the actual updates, like embassy route and then university route. I think then it is different story. So in the beginning, try to discuss and see. Then after some time, I can ask the scholarship thing. Yes, that's what I am suggesting. First thing, getting a professor and getting interaction with the professors is a challenging the first phase, because we are from some other place. So if they respond, if they could give you some good response, we have to retain that time and then contact them back. So that's how I suggest to people when I interact one-to-one also. So you can try out and interact and give a time. Again, give request for the discussion, like that. So keep it practical and persistent. Slowly, I could say. They are not just a Japanese professors and everywhere here. They are not suddenly habituated for sudden changes. Like in India, if you see, we are okay with certain plans and all, but they are not. The system doesn't. It's not like that. Maybe that is good. We don't know. That is secondary. But you try to give some time. That I could say. So my voice, I think I'm speaking slowly only, considering there is audience from other countries as well. So I hope it is okay this time. You're welcome, Abhijit San. No problem. You can put in the chat box or in WhatsApp or Instagram if there is some difficulty in the process, or even if there is a good updates also, you can let us know. maybe we'll inform for others. It will be helpful. They get motivated by hearing the success stories. Like I said, there are some students they got selected, guys. So that is a good to know for us. Okay, I will close this session here. It's almost 1.5 hours. Next time, 7.5 aggregate enough for doing masters. I think it's fine. I heard 7.0 also people got, so I don't say it. You can keep trying. 7.5 is not a bad number. For university recommended, not for embassy. Embassy, I think they'll filter out in the beginning. The competition is different. So let me end up the meeting first. The Zoom meeting, friend, the voice will go off. So, okay, I'll close the meeting directly. Okay, guys. Zoom meeting, friend, the voice will go off. So, okay, I'll close the meeting directly. Okay, guys. I think still you can. Okay, from college. Okay, you can still try to reach out for university recommended. If your motivation is good, they may give a chance. We don't know the schemes and the way they're getting funding. It varies with the university. Same suggestion I got when I tried for fellowship with the university. Like my seniors told me same thing. Don't worry anything. Like keep trying. What do you call? Keep trying with the fellowship. You may end up having the scholarship like that. So we can try. XYZ. Son, I am about to close Mr. XYZ. So if there is something, you can unmute and ask, or else I'll close this meeting today. Maybe next week I'll come online again. We can interact again, similar time. I think occasional lives are required. Which one have different doubts? I accept that it is required. So, you have anything to ask, Mr. XYZ is a name here. I am sorry. No, it's not about fun. Okay, I'm closing it. There is nothing.
Okay, I will ask next time, sir.
No, you can ask if you have anything specific. I'm no okay to spend a couple of more minutes. No issue.
No, sir, not specific actually, but I have the doubts about research proposal actually.
Okay, so then you better ask the doubts now and filter out your documents and ask next meeting for some more improvement. That will help you. So we can ask what you are actually confused.
Sir, actually, I am confused about the what should we mention in a theme actually. How should we start the writing the theme? Actually, in the theme, we actually mentions the about just in like of what you say that
Theme,
sorry.
research theme, right?
Yes, sir. About research theme.
So that one, I think directly starting is impossible. So obviously, even I referred in our video, I specifically discussed about this research plan. So try to start from what you have, like your current research or your previous projects, something like that. You start, then you bring to the context. Don't directly start like, let's say I'm working with communication systems in EC. Now I'm going to directly start with the VLSA embedded system. So there is no connection if you directly speak like that. So I think you start with your projects, slowly bring some statements, couple of statements, then connect to the current statement. That will work.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
That was the question.
Yeah, you can refine and keep refining, and our next meetings you can interact and you can ask if there is more confusion. So it will help you to have better document by the end of the date.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks, sir.
Research proposal, is there any page limit and restrict myself from? I think 7 pages something, 7 to 10 pages. It is a good number, but I don't see any number limitation. People do use various numbers, Mr. Lucifer. So you can try. Okay, guys, I'll end the meeting. I think I have to help the other one more NGO I am helping in the weekends. See you guys. Wish you good luck. Thank you for coming online. Sir, can I contact admin of WhatsApp group starting with +81? Guys, that admin of WhatsApp group +81 is my number only. Actually, you can put me reply, no problem. That is, you need to save the number with +81. Otherwise, you can't see in WhatsApp. So save the number with +81 and text me if there is something specific to ask me. Otherwise, group discussion is also okay. I am seeing the messages. Good luck.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, is it okay to ask you personally on WhatsApp group about my doubts? No.
Yeah, actually, many times the doubts will be clarified by other scholars. Like some of them, they already know. So that's why we encourage discuss in the group so that some people may reply. But still, why I say keep patience means sometimes we may not get response. That time you can ask us. You can ask us every time, but we may end up not replying sometimes. So that may feel you bad. So meanwhile, some other person can reply you. So that's why I'm saying you can put me personally, no problem. But keep in the group also. If there is no response, you can ask us. So there is no specific rule about that. It's about it's about keeping the good information sharing. That's it.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. This is done. So,